don't know. I don't know where my kids are. I don't know where Shanann is. It's not something I could ever fathom would happen in my lifetime, and I have no inclination of where she is. We've reached out to friends, family. Both of our families are back in North Carolina, so they're beside themselves. Like, we all have friends in North Carolina. We have friends here. We have friends everywhere, and not knowing like where she is or where the kids are, I don't know what to do right now. I just feel so alone in this house right now, and I don't know where to go from here right now.
And you said you had to stay here by yourself last night. When I opened the door, it's like you're almost like...
I mean, my heart's racing a mile a minute. I mean, everything that's happening the last few days, it's earth-shattering right now. It's like my world's been turned upside down. Like, I have friends that have offered I didn't feel like I should have left last night, like, just in case, like, maybe she came back, maybe the kids came back, maybe something happened, maybe there's a knock on the door. I wanted to be here. I didn't think last night was a good time to stay with anybody else, or, I mean, I want friends to be here with me, because that just makes me feel better.
And how do you think the police have responded so far?
It's been amazing. They've been in constant contact. Frederick Police Department, detectives, officers, sergeants. They have the dogs coming through to get scents. I mean, they've been on top of everything. Missing persons reports. Everything's been. They've been.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
She said she was going to a friend's house with the kids, and that's the last thing I heard. And that was it. It was very vague, and it was very. I don't have no inclination of where she is. Every friend that I've called that has a car seat that could have come and got her.
And you saw her yesterday morning?
Yeah, I saw her yesterday morning. She got back from the airport, and I mean, she has to be somewhere. In my heart, I believe that she is somewhere, and I hope that she is safe.
Search dog go in your house right now to get a scent. A line of police cars.
I'm so happy that they're here right now doing everything that they can. It scares the living crap out of me right now, just knowing that it's come to this and that she didn't come home last night with the kids. Like, Shanann, Bella, and Celeste, if you're out there, please, just come home.
And you, yesterday, when her friends were calling frantic, something in you said, well, she'll just be home.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't like her not to answer a phone call or a text. And when her friend Nicole showed up at the door, I was just like, all right, something's up. And I came home, and it was like I walked into a ghost town. Like, everything, she wasn't here, kids weren't here. It was like, they were here, and then they were gone.
Yeah. And did you see the kids in the morning, too?
Just in the monitor.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you leave really early. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Finalize that one other interview real quickly. Sure. Do you need anything to drink? That's water. And how old is Chris? Sure, the answer is, May 16th. My anniversary one day, his birthday's May 16th or 17th. And 19, it's still 9:33. So they had about 7 or 8 years ago in North Carolina, and they moved out. Do you remember when they moved out? That I couldn't tell you. It was these two children, one fell on Sicily.
Täppt i näsan. Prova Nasril. Snabb och långvarig.
I wake up every morning just crying, thinking this is not going to be what's going to happen every single day. It's just so hard to get through it. I just don't know how to get through it.
Tell me about his childhood. Did he play sports? Was he in scouts? What kinds of things did
Yes,
did
he
do?
played sports. He played sports from the time he was 5 years old up until he was 17. And he was in basketball, he was in baseball, he was in football, and loved NASCAR. He and his dad went to the NASCAR races all the time. Loved sports. And he was a good kid. Had two best friends, and that's who he grew up with, and still are friends with them today. And there's nothing that would have predicted any of this could have ever happened.
Yeah.
Nothing in his childhood at all. I would have never in a million years thought something like this could happen to him at all.
You didn't see things like him getting into fights? Or...
No fighting. He was quite happy. I didn't care about the death penalty. Nobody's going to die in Colorado. I don't think.
My name is Sandra Rusak, Shannon's mother. Frederick Greeley, FBI, the DA's office, the CBI, for exceptional work. And loved you to the moon and back. Shannon's family was her world. Shannon put a crown on your head. But unfortunately, the day that you took their life, God removed that crown. We loved you like a son. We trusted you. Your faithful wife trusted you. Your children adored you, and they also trusted you. Your daughter Bella Marie sang a song proudly. And I don't know if you got to see it, but it was, "Daddy, you're my hero." I have no idea who gave you the right to take their lives. But I know God and his mighty angels were there at that moment to bring them home to paradise. God gives...
Shell twist in a case against Christopher Watts, accused of killing his pregnant wife and two daughters. In a newly released affidavit, Watts saying it was his now deceased wife Shanann who murdered 3-year-old Celeste and 4-year-old Bella.
It is a new twist in this type of case for the accused to sort of start spinning plates as far as what happened.
Documents revealing that Watts claimed to have talked to his wife about marital separation that morning and later found her actively strangling one of their daughters while the other laid sprawled out on her bed and blue. The affidavit claims he then went into a rage and ultimately strangled Shanann to death.
So if his story would end up being true, obviously a jury is going to look very favorably, and probably a judge too, as to what happened.
This news coming after a slew of charges against the Colorado husband and father. At any point did you consider the death penalty? Way too early to have that conversation. They seemed like the picture of suburban bliss.
My kids have fun, like, look. They're sitting there playing with Daddy.
In Facebook videos, Watts played the part of a loving husband and doting father. But behind the smiles, perhaps a different story. Those same documents now revealing that Chris was actively involved in an affair with a coworker, something he had previously denied. But according to Shanann's friend, Nicole Atkinson, the last friend to see her alive, there were signs the couple's marriage was straining.
He wasn't being the loving Chris that he normally was. He wasn't touching or hugging or doing stuff like that. And he wasn't being as attentive to the girls as he normally is.
Did she suspect he might have been cheating?
There was speculation, but she didn't want to believe that either, so
All of this a far cry from the portrait of a happy wife on Facebook gushing about her supported husband.
He stuck around. And he stuck around because he was the one for me. And he is amazing. And I can't tell you how wonderful he is.
Atkinson had seen Shanann that morning around 2 a.m., she says, dropping her off at home after returning from an out-of-town business trip.
She went inside, turned around and waved at me, and shut the door.
But several hours later, the 34-year-old mother of two isn't answering her phone. She misses a doctor's appointment. Shanann was 15 weeks pregnant.
She was going to get a baby's heartbeat, see how he or she was doing.
Growing worried, Atkinson says she went over to their house.
Things were not how I would think that they were supposed to be, I guess. The front door was locked differently than it normally was. I had my son look in the garage to see if her car was there, and it was there, which was really peculiar because Shanann doesn't go places without her car, usually because both of the girls are in car seats.
Atkinson calls Shanann's husband, who she says tells her the last time he saw his wife and kids was that morning around 5:15 when he left for work. So he tells you everything's normal, she's on a play date.
Yes.
And you didn't buy that?
No, because Shanann, in my mind, I couldn't figure out why she'd go on a play date without her car.
Atkinson says she tells Watts she's calling the police for a welfare check, and that he says he'll meet her at the couple's home. You knew even then his story was not adding up.
It wasn't making sense to me.
Inside the house, authorities find Shanann's purse, phone, and keys, but no other signs of life.
The girls' beds were made. Shanann was very OCD. Everything in her house had a place. Everything was labeled. If something was out of the ordinary, it was really out of the ordinary for her.
Still hopeful Shanann and her girls are alive, the entire community jumps into action.
Tonight, police issued a missing endangered alert of a pregnant woman and her two daughters missing from Frederick.
By Tuesday afternoon, Chris Watts is talking to local TV stations.
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, somebody has her, just please bring her back.
Interviews that first evoked sympathy, but on closer examination, suspicion. Watts revealing he and his wife exchanged words the morning she vanished.
It wasn't like an argument. We had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that. But I just want them back.
His vocal cords are, in my view, constricted. It comes with anxiety and stress.
Former FBI agent and ABC News consultant Brad Garrett points to Watts' body language.
So you give me your first and last name.
Chris Watts, WATTS.
What's going on right now around your house?
Right now, you got K9 units, the sheriff's department. Everybody's like they're doing their best right now to figure out like if they can get a scent and see where they went. If they went on foot, they went in a car, or they went somewhere. And right now, it's just like they've been on point. They're going through the house trying to get a scent, and hopefully they can pick something up to where it's going to lead to something.
What happened? Your wife came home. Tell me what's...
She came home from the airport 2 a.m. and I left around 5:15. She was still here. And like about 12:10 in that afternoon, her friend Nicole showed up at the door. Like I had texted Shanann a few times that day, called her, say, but she never got back to me, but she wasn't getting back to any of her people as well. And that's what really concerned a lot of people is like, if she's not getting back to her, like if she doesn't get back to me, that's fine. Like she gets busy during the day, but she didn't get back to her people, which was very concerning. And Nicole called me when she was at the door, and that's when I came home. And then walked in the house, and nothing was vanished. Nothing was here. I mean, she wasn't here. The kids weren't here. Nobody was here.
What's your wife's name?
Shanann, SHANANN.
What's your kids?
Bella and Celeste.
How do you spell Celeste?
CELESTE.
How old are your daughters?
Bella's 4, Celeste is 3.
And so, how many times did you try calling her?
I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times just to say, what's going on? Like because after I called her and texted her once, it was like maybe she was just busy. Like she had just gotten back. Like everybody's probably calling her from her trip. She just got back from Arizona, and I figured she was just busy. But when her friend showed up, that's what it was like. It registered. Like, all right, this isn't right.
Do you think she just took off? Do you think?
I mean, right now I don't even want to just like throw anything out there. Like I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But, I mean, could she event? Could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like, I want them back now. Like, that's what's in my head. Like, if they're safe right now, they're going to come back. But if they're not safe right now, that's the not knowing part. Like, if they're not safe. Last night, I had every light in the house on. I was hoping that I would just ran over by the kids running in the door and just, like, barrel rushing me. But it didn't happen. And it was just a traumatic night trying to be here.
I'm going to ask some kind of tough questions about your relationship with your kids.
My kids are my life. I mean, those smiles light up my life. And just, like, I mean, last night, like, during, like, when they usually eat dinner, it was just, like, I miss them. Like, I mean, I miss telling them, hey, you got to eat that or you're not going to get your dessert, and just